A Cook County judge is pulling former President Trump off the primary ballot.
Illinois now becomes the third blue state to make this move. DePaul professor Nick Ketcherubas is joining us live now. So exactly how will this impact primary voters who have already voted in support of former President Trump, either by mail or early voting?
So it won't affect those folks who have already voted. What will happen, and he stays on the ballot because ballots are already printed and being cast. What will happen is if this judge's ruling stands, their votes will be invalidated at the end of the election period.
So this decision, Professor, will ultimately be left up to the U.S. Supreme Court. When are they expected to make a decision on this? Because Illinois becomes third behind Maine and Colorado in making this decision.
Yes, so the Supreme Court does what it wants when it wants. I was watching a report yesterday that they may rule on this by June, but more likely August or September, getting really close to the election. So the Supreme Court has the final say here. And what we should remember here is this is an Illinois court currently, and so we expect an appeal by Trump's attorneys. So this would then go to the Illinois appellate court in the first district there. And then ultimately it could go to the Illinois Supreme Court, who would rule if it goes that far.
Okay, so, some people on the left are saying there's nothing political about this, that former President Trump is criminal in this regard. But people on the right are saying, of course, this is political. It's written all over it because you only have blue states, judges from blue states, highly democratic states who have said that he cannot remain on the ballot. What do you say?
Well, it's an election year, so everything's political. The thing is, we have a question here that we've never bridged in U.S. history, and the question is whether Donald Trump violated the 14th constitutional amendment on insurrection with the January 6th Capitol attack, and that has never been ruled on.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got that competing with the idea that people should have the ability to vote for who they want for president, and that's what the Supreme Court will basically have to, the U.S. Supreme Court will basically have to rule on, and then all these subsequent states like Illinois and Colorado will have to follow whatever they rule.
So ultimately, if the U.S. Supreme Court does side with the Cook County judge, will Trump's name end up being off the ballot in November?
Yes. But what would happen is the Republican Party will have, as you know, their convention in August. They would be able to slate somebody else, perhaps Nikki Haley, maybe Ron DeSantis, or somebody out of the blue, and that name would appear on the November ballot across the country.
Professor Ketcherubas, thanks so much from DePaul University this morning.
Thank you for having me.